Hello, Aries. Welcome to your 2021 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Aries. And before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing. And I want to let you know that if you are interested in working with me in depth, if you want to go deeper, I am hosting a 6-week class. We start on December 19th. It's called Cosmic Council, and we're going to go deep into intuition, Akashic records. I'll be able to help you in real time as you're working with a guide of your choice. It's so good. I'm super excited. So if you've been wanting to do more of that, make sure you check out the link below. And without further ado, I'm going to lay this out and we will get started. Okay, let's go ahead and start with your oracle cards. First thing, the one who needs to control. So this is, I don't want to say you're going to get tested with this. It's more about acknowledging this part of yourself and being clear on where this is showing up for you in your life, right? Because we want to be tender with the part of ourselves that wants to control. And so that's what you're going to be practicing this year, is just softening that more and more and more. And then you have Elk. I'm actually getting, this is reading as a work card. Like just continuing your own momentum, continuing your aligned efforts. Notice I'm saying aligned, not effort until you burn out. That's not that's not what I said. It's about aligned effort continuing to show up and being expressed in that way is going to be really important for you. And then we have relax. See? Take it easy. Everything is working out. Kick up your heels and just be for a while. Go outside, watch the clouds, and listen to the birds. So it is this delicate balance of relaxing. Both of these are pointing to soften, relax, don't contract around a vision or goal, and then continuing to align your efforts and moving in that direction. It's that sweet balance of those things. Now, this is a timeline, so we're going to do the timeline for 2021 first, second, third, and fourth quarter of the year. So first thing coming up is the Six of Cups. So I'm getting a lot of connections coming in, right? Especially with the many hands that are here. And think about like soul connections, your soul family, your soul community. It's a soulmate card. I think about this more in terms of the potential connections in the first quarter of 2021 are going to be really profound. Romantic relationships, of course, that's available, right? That's available at all times. But the condition is that you be the one to ask for it. That's the condition on that. And then to clarify, we have the Hierophant. So the one piece of advice that's coming through with this card is make sure that you're setting boundaries with people, right? It's very easy to like get excited about someone and then almost drop the boundaries or drop the required things that you need for yourself in favor of the connection. And so this is just a little, hey, don't forget to set necessary boundaries, because you can love spending time with someone, but still need to set a boundary around what you're needing for yourself so that you can be your best self in the connection, right? So just be cautious of that, like with your enthusiasm, which is great, but don't neglect yourself for the sake of the exciting connections that are coming in. So just make sure you still keep an eye on that for yourself to get best results. And then the second quarter, we have the King of Cups. much more calm in this second quarter, especially with the, the one who needs to control this card over here. The King of Cups is the exact opposite. The King of Cups is able to flow and process and keep the emotions steady. And then we have the Two of Wands. So this is the goal, the initiation, what you've decided, declared, and set for yourself. That is the King of Cups, okay? Moving in that direction of, okay, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing, this is how I'm feeling as I'm moving into this. So it's connecting the feeling and the relaxation to the goal and letting that be the guide for the roadmap. Consider what might be the easiest way to do something, or the most relaxed, pleasurable way to do something. And consider that. Consider the enjoyment of the journey and the pleasure that you get from the journey as being your metric of success even. That's going to be really helpful for you if you can start evaluating things in terms of pleasure and enjoyment rather than some like number goal, if that makes sense. Okay, third quarter. The Star. This is like things organizing behind the veil, right? Beyond what you're able to see in the material realm and accessing that deep trust. So this is the part of you that wants to control is not gonna like the Star. Okay, because this is like everything's working out. You need to just align yourself, stay in alignment, hold your alignment, get into your alignment, let that be your practice, and knowing that you will be met in that alignment. The one who wants to control needs to see around the corner in order to be placated. And then it obsesses about, well, is that really gonna happen? Is that really true? Can I get something written on paper? Can I get a signature? Can I get it notarized and a guarantee from God, right? That's all the ego stuff. So you want to relax, take aligned action, continue aligning, and knowing and trusting that the end result is the desire being met. Your only job is alignment. The Star is saying your only job is alignment. That's it. That's it. And then we have Three of Swords. In order to have space for the actual desire, the things that you want fully, it is important to release and say goodbye and have a clear no. What I'm not available for, what is bogging down my system. If you're leaving too many doors open, I'm getting that will probably slow down your alignment. Because what you're going to be communicating is, I'm aligned to all of these things that really I want to be letting go of, but I'm just going to make myself available for them and then keep that connection, which might be misaligned. So you have to be careful with that. You have to be really intentional with, okay, if something isn't working, letting go of it. Like, that is an important practice to have in being okay, like, with the boundary. Okay, and then the fourth quarter, wrapping up 2021, we have the Ten of Swords, big release at the end of the year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because it looks like the Star is the hope, right? The Ten of Swords is the release, the letting go. And then we have the Devil. This is the temptation to get in the way of what's good for you, right? The one who wants to control is going to convince you that you need to hold on to things that do not work for you and that really are not aligned with you. It's going to have you contract and collapse around that. And so what you want to do is make sure that you're being honest with yourself. The only way to get the most out of this fourth quarter is to be radically honest with yourself about what you desire, and is what you're allowing into your life or what you're feeding into in alignment with the desire. And if the answer is no, then you know there needs to be a release in some capacity. You have to let go of something. One more message here. Beware of the illusion that holding on to something that doesn't work but will keep you complacent is a better alternative to having a void. Okay, that's a really sneaky trick. Like, well, I would rather just have what I have now than potentially not have anything at all. When really what's on the other side of this process is fulfillment. So don't be tempted by the devil to accept something that isn't good for you. Okay, now let's look into some more specific areas. Okay, so this is love, relationship, partnership, money, material realm, and then what's growing for you in 2021. So love and relationship, we have the Ace of Swords. The mental body is going to play a really important role in your relationships. So this is normally I wouldn't say this, but it's kind of like, be careful with the heart, right? The heart might actually get you into trouble if you're feeling passionate, like in a moment, in an instant, you're like, ooh, that's it, I love this. And then it's, you know, don't abandon the mental body entirely in favor of passion or in favor of the heart, because if you're still holding wounding in the heart, it can kind of make you want to lean into something that could potentially not be in your best interest. So it's kind of like, be really discerning about, is this just passion, like a fleeting emotion, or is this really a reflection of my core desire? And just hold that discernment. This is a lot of crown chakra ownership, I would describe it as. So just to make sure that you are holding that and don't fly by the seat of your pants in love necessarily. That probably isn't going to be a good strategy for you, only because it could end up, it will burn you if you're not discerning at the same time. Okay, like if you're not holding boundaries, if you're not discerning, then it's not going to go well. So if you're discerning, then you can really tune into what's right on all levels. Okay, and that's true for all relationships, not just love, but particularly love. You gotta be aware of your wounds, be aware of your discernment, be aware of what you've asked for. And then money, material. We have the Eight of Swords. This is you feeling stuck, and I want to be clear, this is an illusion. Okay, this is always a mental illusion, like you creating the mental prison for yourself. So in order to get out of this, you want to kind of invert it. Choose the new experience. This is working really, really intensely on the mental body. So make sure that you're addressing the mind and you're consciously putting some reins on the mind, right? Because it's a wild one, the mind. So you just want to be aware of that. If it's carrying you into doom and gloom, you want to work out some of those patterns. Okay, and then what's growing for you in 2021, we have the King of Cups. Your emotional well-being. Really straightforward, your emotional well-being. I think you're going to be feeling better. Your emotional states are going to be a lot more consistent and stable and like easier for you to process, like rather than in deep judgment about your emotions or getting really locked up in why am I feeling this way, or I'm upset that I'm feeling this way. It's kind of like you're able to go with the flow in a way that maybe you haven't been able to do it before, or really being present with your emotional body on a new level, right? So that we continually peel back the layers and access more mastery of that. Now we're going to do a 3-card pick, so you're welcome to hold a question in your mind. Maybe ask for some guidance, whatever it is that you're needing. Just go ahead and set your intention. And then if you need more time, go ahead, pause the video. Card number 1. King of Pentacles. Focus on practicality, stability. This is earth energy, right? So grounding and staying in your body. The material plane is really an important realm for you to play in. right now with whatever you're facing. Look at it practically. Cut through. It's kind of like you want to cut through fantasy and look at the truth of the situation in the present moment. Right? We can marry energetics to everything, but you don't want to completely abandon practicality. That's the main thing coming through here. Also, look at feeling successful, feeling abundant, feeling supported as being really key to whatever you're asking about. Okay, so those three things, those three feelings, I would double down on because it's going to have a direct impact on the situation. Card number 2, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So enjoy what you've built. Just sit in appreciation at first. This is like gratitude and marinating in all that you've accomplished, and let yourself give credit where credit is due, and let that ripple out. Let that create a ripple effect in your world. And then at card number 3, we have Justice. So once again, this is pointing to the mental body. This is pointing to having a level head. With that fiery Aries energy, it can sometimes carry you away, right? You can get swept up in it. And so you just want to bring the mental body into the mix, because it's kind of like needing to address either the thoughts, right? What's happening in the mental body, so that you can clean it up, adjust it, or make necessary changes to get a better result. Or it's kind of like it's reminding me of like, don't abandon the mind in favor of the heart entirely. It's like both are required. You want to integrate all of these different pieces to have like a really healthy synthesis in the situation. So if you go too heavy, like if you're all heart, no practicality, that's not going to work. If you're all brain, no heart, that's not going to work. So you want to figure out where you're top heavy or where you're out of balance, and then find your center again. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you would like more videos from me. And also, if you would like to join Cosmic Council, class starts on December 19th. Make sure you check that out. The link is in the description box. All of the decks are in the description box. And I cannot wait to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.